So I went shopping one day and someone was actually watching over my kids. So I went shopping. As I was coming back from this shopping, as I was just driving in through to the street, and I was about to come into our drive-through, somehow my eyes, our house is a one-story building, right? My eyes went up to the window of the house. Very unusual of me. What would I be looking for there? My eyes went up there. And lo and behold, I saw my last son. He's 3 years old. Now, he came out of the window of the house. The window was open. Now, the person that was manning them was not aware that she knew that they were in the room, but she didn't know that the boy had actually come out of the window. He came out of the window. Now, on the window is this little platform. Now, this boy had already come out of the window. His back was facing outwards, and then he put one of his leg down, and one was already on the platform. The other one was down. As if he was literally planning to come down. Hey, my God. He was literally trying to come down because his leg was down. The rest was already down. Only one was on the platform. The other one was already down. Now, earlier that day, because he was supposed to start a nursery, so earlier that day, I took him to his school. The school he will be starting because they required me to bring him to the school to have a playtime, just to get accustomed to the teachers and the environment and other kids. So even when we went there that day, I know there was a play because he was playing around. I was playing with him as well. There was this slide or this play section where they had to actually be going, put one, they were backing the thing. They were more like you're coming down with your back. So you put one leg down and then you put the next, but you're coming down with your back. So I did not know if that was what he was actually trying to practice on the window. Hey, and already my car, I was trying to come in. I've not even come in. I was on the street. Now there were kids, about 4 or 5 kids in front of me. They were playing around. Now, when I saw my son about to jump up from the window, the only thing I remember is that I ran out of the car towards him, and I did not shout because I held my composure for the miracle God did that day. I held my composure. I did not shout because in that time, if there's a way he will shout, he will actually fall off quicker from that place, right? So I don't know how I held my composure, and I just said, God, his name, hey, go inside, go back inside. So he turned around, he turned his back. I saw him, he turned and he saw me and he smiled and he turned back, and I said, please go inside. And then he gently took his leg up and then had to slide in. Oh my God, he now slide in back into the house. And I went on my knees. I went face down on my knees. I'm like, God, is this how you do your miracles? Is this how you operate, God? This is like a first-hand miracle. What would have happened? The floor is paved, cemented, such that if this boy had fallen, of course he was going to fall on his back, on his head. His head was broken into pieces. The place was, it's not even grass, it's cemented. So if he were falling on his, because he was trying to come down from his, facing his back was, he would have hit his head on the floor. And then, now a lot of things was going through my head. Not even then, let her go. I was not, don't worry about what I discussed with him when I went into the house. But I was just like, what if I had wasted like 10 or 15 seconds where I went shopping? It would have come, it would have happened. If I had wasted 10, 15 seconds that place I went shopping, it would have been a totally different story. Now, talking of my car, I don't remember ever parking that car. I don't remember stopping. I don't remember putting the brakes. I do not remember. But after everything, after praising God, that's when I remembered I had a car. I came out from a car and the car was standing still. I'm like, when did I park this car? I don't remember ever park. The only thing I remember is flying out of that car to just go. Because what I'm thinking is, okay, fine, if he's going to fall off, at least let me stretch out my hands and let him fall into my precious hands. So I don't remember parking that car. And then there were kids in front of the car playing in the street that if I had not parked the car, you don't know if the car would have run into those kids or run into a house, or it would have been a totally different story altogether that day. It was such a huge miracle. Up to the day when I remember it, I'm like, God, you are amazing. You alone, let your name alone be praised. It would have been a totally different story. Where would I begin? Is it my child that would have probably died or when he hit his head there, or the car that would have run into other kids there, or where would I have started this story? Where would I have started? Where would it be the beginning? Where would be the end? I think God is the only one that is the beginning and the end. Then where will this story begin? Where will it end? So this is God just placed it in my hand to actually share this testimony, to remind you that God is faithful. I don't know what you're praying. I don't know how your faith in God has been crushed by experience or life experiences. But God is bringing this story to you today to remind you of his faithfulness. God is faithful. Even in the things that he does that we're not even aware of. He does a lot of things that we're not even aware of. It's just a few of them that we can see and testify and be aware of. But he does much more than we see behind our backs for our good. Because instead of God, of us, it's of good, it's not of evil, to bring us an expected end of his glory. Just to remind you, God has got your back. God is faithful. That thing you're expecting from God, that thing you're seeking for from God, that thing you're praying for, he will bring it to pass at the appointed time. For Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1 says that he makes all things beautiful in his time. So he does all things in perfection. He's a perfect God. So it's just a reminder for you, my brother, my sister, God is still faithful and he's got your back. When the time comes, he will bring that thing to pass. Do not give up. Do not come off the wall. God, the God you serve, the God you seek, the God you pray to, he is faithful and he's holding you up much more than you know. Until next time, I hope this story blessed you. Until next time, keep shining that beautiful light of yours. Our world needs it so much right now. God bless you. Keep shining.